a quick question before I go. Sorry, one more question. So what is it? What's the website so I can go and check it out where it says that I can't apply at all for a motorcycle license unless my fines for the driving. DriveTest.ca. Thank you. Thanks. So guys, I was talking to her earlier in there about these things. Ooh, we got some broads over there. Come on, what do you guys give these? There's a chubby BBW over there. Not too much my style, but I'd take that over skinny. It's not, I'm not the skinny type. Skinny is nice to have as a, you know, I don't know, a lot of white men like skinny girls. Not all, but the majority. They like them skinny with big boobs. And especially if they're fake, they love that. At least in my world, that's what I've realized. Everyone I met is like that. Whether it's real or fake out there, God knows. Who knows what's happening out there? I've never had a social frigging relationship with anybody. Everyone in my world was designed to do this. Well, let's see, do they have any more? Well, they ran out. That's all the attractive women they can bring in this area. There's one coming. Oh, no, let's see. What do you guys get? Ooh, this one's weird. She walks weird. She's walking like she's got a pair of nuts. Let's see. I think she does have a pair of nuts, this one. No, she's hiding them. Wait. Overall, from far away, it looks shapy and everything. Guys, when the clothes come off, sometimes things look different. Trust me, I've been around. At least physically. Physically, I've been around a lot. With some of the best ones you'll ever lay your eyes on. You know? They were still a part of my fake world, but at least physically, it's not much different than what you guys get. Same thing. You know? The body can't act. So, believe me, man, you know, it's funny. Some women, you look at them with clothes, you don't see anything special. But then when the clothes come off, you got something special there. It's weird. It's hard to explain it. In everything, the way it functions, the way it feels, the way the skin, the action, the acting, the pheromones. You know how every woman has a certain specific kind of natural smell. It's weird how to explain it. We all have certain smells to us. I can sniff those out. And some women, it clicks, you know? It just works. The whole energy thing works together. Some, it's the way they move, the way they talk. Not the way they talk, there's something to them. Some kind of an energy that just doesn't really make it work for you. And it could be really beautiful with everything. And some of them are not that beautiful, but they just got that something that they just work with you. You know, it's kind of like the puzzle with all the things sticking out. They got all the things indented for all those things sticking out to fit in right. I don't know if I could describe it any better than this. But guys, this is the best day of my whole entire life. Video cut out, I don't know why. Not just physically yet the best day, but knowing it psychologically before you get to it physically is what it's all about. Amazing. 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 It's amazing. So, I can't even get a motorcycle license. That's what she said. And she said it's on the website. Until I pay off the fines for my, what's it called? License. The driving license, a car. So I can't get any license at all until I pay $13,000. And in my world, you know how hard that is to get, right? Preventing me from working. Almost want to take away my government paycheck, throw me out on the street. But now that I found out what the solution is, trust me when I tell you, if I don't make a penny, I don't have a penny in my pocket, and I'm not giving any food at all, the food bank, with the amount of food that I have at home, it's enough for me to come out of this misery. I'm not kidding. It's enough. I don't need anything to come out. Nothing. I don't need, this doesn't work anymore, bro. This cool. Nothing. Wow, look at the lineup. Yeah. To serve and protect. Hiding, man. Hiding. Guys, I don't know. I want to take the bus. I feel like walking. Having too much fun here. Wow. So, look at the amount of cars in the Truman Show. Empty fucking buildings of tenants. It's crazy. So now, it doesn't matter what I prove, what I say. If I'm not in a certain place where they're forced to come out geographically, it's the only way to come out of this. It's the only way to come out of this. They have to be forced to evacuate physically and let the people in. It's the only way. Or beating them to the punch. So beating them to the punch is out of the question now, because they control all the transportation. They're not allowing me to have independent transportation. So I can decide where to go fast enough to beat them to the punch. Because that's the easiest way to come out of it, obviously. It's transportation. A motorbike, a car. They're not even allowing me to get a license. Look how bad it is. Look how much they want to force me in here. But thank God that there are other ways. You know, there are other ways to get around this. Thank God it's not the only way. So, the best way would have been transportation that could get me out of this, not controlled by them, like government transportation, because they control it. They can decide when the buses come, when to stop, when to leave. It's different kind of transportation, something I control. A motorcycle, a car. Gotta get this bus. So, oh, you want to move me in? That's okay. I wanted to sit on the outside. It's okay, go ahead, sit. You're getting off, right?
Yeah.
Go ahead, sit. When you get off, I'll sit. So, the end of the road. Guys, it's amazing. It's been tough. Toughy. What would you guys give this one? I'm not gonna record. I'll record for you later. There's too much action in here. Hey guys, having a coffee here, smoke, whatever. I'm gonna discuss something with you. It's not that just these people have bad energy. Not all of them. But what happens is, these people, when they come from within a distance of me, or when I look at them, they force this bad energy out. They try to make themselves feel miserable, angry, and they try to accentuate that on the look on their faces and the way they feel around me. They're intentionally exerting bad energy, whether it's intentional, manufactured. They have to do that around you so you stay miserable. Besides ignoring you and mistreating you, they have to accentuate this bad energy around you. Pretend that they're tired, they're sad, they're miserable. Because when you keep looking at faces like that and keep sensing that energy, the whole time, around everybody you encounter, nothing, they're not laughing, they're not smiling, they're not trying to feel good, they're forcing themselves to feel bad. And it's this energy around you the whole time that makes you feel miserable. So a lot of these people, they could be happy, they don't have to exert that energy, but around you, when they pass by you, they do it on purpose, it's intentional. Whether it's just the look on the face or the way they feel. Right now, if you concentrate hard enough on yourself and you try to squeeze out bad energy, do your best to pretend, have a dirty look, a frown, whatever. Imagine every person that's around me does that. Even if they smile to me and say nice words, deep on the inside, they're trying to force out negative energy. Now, if you're a good person, completely, and you do that, it doesn't work. If you're in the middle, you can force out certain energies. And if you're on the other side, fuck, you don't have to force out nothing. You just breathe and the negative energy comes out. Anyways, that's the idea. Now, the ones that don't have it much inside of them, they have their face, the way they're acting. They're not being their natural self. So they're not exerting, they're not letting out the right natural energy around you. They're letting out this manufactured energy that makes you feel miserable in every single person you bump into. And when there's a lot of them, you'll be miserable, regardless whether they talk to you, they do anything bad towards you. Just them being there, having that frown on their face, or having, that makes you miserable. And you add on top all the other stuff. The bus drivers on purpose trying to make noise with whatever's around them, keep moving, picking potholes to go into, slamming on the brakes. Other cars that work around, obviously in on it with them, they cut them off quickly to make a right turn. The bus has to slam on his brakes, toot the horn. So all these things are happening at the same time. This is what I mean when I say to you guys, inside this maze, there's this force right around me, very close, that's always going like this to me. Noise, annoying, irritating, screaming, kids, women bending over, you're stressed out. All these things are working you. As you're in this big bubble, you're trying to move around to figure out a way to come out of it, and these things are happening right around you. The way they describe to you guys that the moon circles around the earth, and then, which is pure fucking fantasy Hollywood. They want you guys to believe that it's a fucking spinning globe in the air and we're all stuck upside down in it like this because of gravity. What kind of a bullcrap is that? It's a flat playing field, guys. We drop not because there's gravity, because it's a flat field. It may not be perfectly flat, but How many minutes?
Next stop, 1900 Shepherd.
So, it's what they're exerting that really, and they specifically usually pick certain faces that already look like that, miserable looking. But I've seen a lot that aren't, to exert that certain energy, and when they walk past you really fast, or women ignore you, what they sense on the inside when they do that, as if they're angry or pissed off or whatever, and you're trying to exert that energy onto you when they pass by you, when they look at you, they have to think of something that pisses them off or make them feel miserable. And believe it or not, energy radiates from one person to another. So you're surrounded with this 24/7, guys. Every person you bump into is prepped to do that to you. Look, the whole time around you. You can't do anything like that. You can't function. Only I can. So I realized the last couple of days that the whole bubble has to get everybody out of there, including the buildings, everything. And the ones that are around my house, the stable bubble, there's nobody there to begin with. Maybe the people that work in my area come and stay in these apartments overnight, so the next day they can do the stocking thing around me, and then they go back to wherever they came from. They take shift work, maybe. It's hilarious. It's exactly like the Truman Show. Exactly, 100%. 100, not 100. And it has Dark City elements in it. But it's funny, I figured it out right away before I even had a full awakening. So, I'm gonna take you today to interesting places with interesting faces. And we're gonna venture, and we're gonna have some fun. Because the game is almost over. In light of this information, nobody in here, guys. Nobody. No tenants. And when the bubble moves, comes out of the stable area, they have to get them out of there while I'm there. They have to. They have to. If I'm going, let's say this way, they push them to the sides till I get to a certain place where, you know, then they bring them back in. I tried to orchestrate it in my head, architect it. It's the only way it could work. They have to push them in ways where they're not in front of you. They don't have to keep pushing them away as you're moving. And then they have to put them back in. If it's a pass-by, I try to think about it to see what they do with them. I don't know. They push them away. They keep them on the sides for a while. But that's why they have to figure out where you're going and when you're coming back. Back in the days, it was easy for them because they saw me type on the internet. I talked to the people around me where I'm going, what I'm going to do, you know. And when I kept things to myself, private things, I typed them on the internet. I searched for them and they had it tapped. So they knew everything about me, you know. They knew pretty much, let's say, for example, if I watch a porn video, what part of that scene I like the most. That's how detailed it is. I mentioned sex because it's something private to people. They don't want to let that information out. What's your favorite position or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean? Or what's your favorite food? What do you like? What's the most best vegetable that you like in your burger? Tomatoes. It's all these small details that they end up learning about you, especially for a guy like me from birth. So they pretty much know what I'm gonna do, whatever I experience now, what my reaction's gonna be and what I'm gonna do, I don't know, a week, 2 weeks later. Should we take down Mills North or South? I'm trying to debate it here. Which one should we go to? Let's go this way. I know it's too wide and I don't want to walk too much. Let's go rest over there a bit. Have a smoke with the coffee before it gets cold. Take advantage of the free coffee I got from the bank. I'm broke. So I had to go to the bank. I had to do something there too. Something important that I needed to find out. At the same time, I benefited myself with a free coffee. Since I have a couple of smokes left, I'll be stuck now without cigarettes until I get paid, which is Wednesday or Tuesday night. So, that's how it is, boys. In light of this information. Ooh, doggy. Look what they did to this area. Look how they prepped it for me. Guys, kids, people in this country are not that much of pigs. Yes, there are people that are disrespectful and pigs. They throw shit on the floor, but not all of them. And it's not that bad. This is a prepped environment for me before I get here. So, ooh, we got bikes over there. What are they trying to insinuate? They want me to buy a bike? Oh, a bicycle. Actually, that's a good idea. I never thought of that. A bicycle can help me move around easier. I don't have to deal with these people, take the bus, the subway. Since I have to buy a Metro Pass for $150, I want to spend most of my time downtown next month. Most, all of it. Might as well buy a bike. It's a good idea. Let's check it out on Kijiji. Ooh, we got a nice one coming. What do you guys? I like Oriental girls, but she's a little bit young for me. I want her in her 30s. They have this feminine je ne sais quoi to their I don't know, it's something sweeter, sort of like more feminine, more girly than white girls are becoming too. Black girls and Latinas, they're too viciously masculine in a way. Not really, not with me. I mean, I can turn anyone feminine, but it's in general. The Chinese girls, women, they have that soft finesse sort of, which is pretty attractive. It's a sorry guys to talk to you too much today about high testosterone stuff, but I'm capable to talk to you about that now without letting it bother me. I couldn't have done that before, you know, and I'm not the kind of guy that would go and pay for it, and it's just not my style. There's no spice in that. It's not even about wasting money. It's just you're going in there to do something to make yourself feel better, and that something will make you feel worse, believe it or not, in a lot of ways, subliminally, everything. It's just not it's not natural. It's weird. You're not supposed to get in there that way. It's just not, you know. Anyways, sorry I talked to you about meaningless things today, but I gotta open up to you and tell you how I feel. That's the whole point of this YouTube online real life Truman show. Because if I don't, I'm not being true anymore. I'm not being true man, you know what I mean? And we can't do that because that will defeat the whole purpose of doing this. This is why my videos, if I want to promote my channel, send people SMSs to check it out, it'll be hard for them to get to the bottom point because I have to compile all these elements that are important, put them in a couple of videos for them to see in a row. They're not going to sit there and watch 36,000 hours of Sam moving and getting dressed and smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee. But they want to see the proof that he lives in this fake world. He's getting mistreated. The people inside the malls are flipped. The people at the courthouse are acting. It's not even real court sessions. These are the elements that they want to see to really believe me. So I have to take out all these clips and put them in one video. And I have about 40,000 hours of footage. If I wanted to do it myself, you know how long that would take me? Not to say that I won't do it, but I'm not going to talk anymore not to give out what I'm going to do next. So, but in this fashion, anyways. I'm going to take a little break, guys. Have me a smoke, relax. Look how many I have left, then I'm out for until Tuesday. So I'm going to enjoy them, and I'll be in touch. Guys, you want to laugh? Remember how I told you in the buildings, there's nobody? They bring in their own people. Now look at the sign that they put here. To brush me off the building. You're going to laugh your fucking head off. Look. Notice to all tenant residents at whatever Damos Road. It has, well, let me put it this way. It has come to our attention that some residents are allowing unauthorized individuals into the building. Please be advised that this type of activity creates serious safety concerns for the complex and must not be engaged in at all. This includes allowing entry into the building from your intercom. We take security of the premises very seriously. We appreciate your cooperation in ensuring that you do not allow entry to unknown and unauthorized individuals in the building. Should you fail to follow safety procedures and allow unauthorized individuals into the building, you will be held responsible for any damage that these individuals cause in the complex. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation. They made a spelling error. Thank you for your anticipated cooperation, not you anticipated cooperation. Our building, in keeping our building a safe and respectful environment to management. Look, I have to be bothered too when they do that. Let's go see what they have at the next building. This is fucking hilarious. Because I figured out yesterday that the real tenants in the building are not there, especially in my area. There are no tenants. It's them. They come up there, 1 or 2 or 3. Look at the signs they put on the door. So I'm gonna prove to you now with the signs, and then we're gonna go into a building to show you that there are no tenants in there. Oh my God, this is becoming so funny. Let's get to the next one over there fast so I don't waste any video footage. A covert situation is becoming extremely overt. Who on this planet has the talent to take out something from the dark and shine the light on it with a fucking microscope? Who? Tell me who? Who but me? can turn something hidden and put it right into the light. Watch. They're gonna have something else here. It's hilarious. No, this is funny. This is so funny, man. Because why? The building that they won't have this on, they will have it filled up with their people. And I'm gonna prove that to you. Watch. I'm gonna prove to you what they're doing. Because I'm sneakier than them when it comes to that. If they don't have a sign here, it means the whole building is full of them. And we're gonna get into that one, show you there's nobody's gonna open the door there in the apartments. Watch. Here, everyone will. Because they wanna funnel me into a place where they can fill it up with their people. They can't fill all of them up. And all the ones where it's not full, it'll have the sign at the bottom. Watch. They're not gonna have it here. I guarantee you, every door I knock on in here is gonna have people in there. Look. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Go ahead. I'm just showing something over there. Of course. Sorry, we cannot open doors for strangers. Watch. We're gonna laugh some more. Let's see what in the next building they have. So they're gonna put all the ones that the building that doesn't have a sign at the bottom is gonna be full of them. Because I guarantee you, if I film for you and knock on all these doors in those apartments, there'll barely be any residents in there. Barely. And we ain't gonna do it now. We're gonna do it at a time that it's 6 o'clock, 7, 8 o'clock at night to show you that at that time, there's barely gonna be anybody in those apartments. Right now it's working hours, so not every door has to open. But I'm gonna show you at about 8 p.m., and I'm not gonna tell the day because they're gonna wait and fill them up on purpose, that we're gonna go into at least 5 buildings in a row, and in those 5 buildings, barely 10% of the apartments are gonna open. Now they're gonna prep themselves for that and try to fill them up, but you're gonna look at the tenants and the way they answer the door and the way they treat me. So we're gonna pretend we're looking for something or selling something or flyers or whatever, something civil, so we're not breaking the laws or, we're not bothering people. We're just trying to promote something. We're giving out business cards. A lot of people do that. It's not illegal. You go knock door to door, and if they're bothered, you just leave right away. So let's see in this building now. So they had a sign on every one of those buildings. Guys, those signs don't exist. Nobody has them. Watch, I'm gonna show you a bigger charade now. Because I figured it out yesterday, they know. There's nobody in the building, guys. In the apartments, barely anyone. They have to evacuate the whole area from real people. They have to. Let's see if there's a sign here. If there's no sign here, they'll have the building filled up with their people. Thank you very much. Think security. Please open doors only for your guests. Watch. All the buildings are gonna have them now. Naturally, none of them do. So let's go to look around. Watch. You see that? Guys, these signs don't exist. It's only in this area. Why? I'm gonna prove it to you. We're gonna go to different areas and I'll show you the buildings there. None of these signs are on the doors. Because in this area, it's stable, the bubble. Nobody lives in those buildings. It's a huge bubble, man. You know how much money was invested into this? Everywhere I go, dogs on leashes, look. Everywhere. Every turn, every time of the day. Pigeons flying over my head. Let's see what this one says. Guys, it's hilarious. I'm gonna prove it to you, watch. They're not making noise anymore. They're just standing there. I think they're demotivated. Let's see what kind of ridiculous sign they have here. Bicycles everywhere on the outside wherever I go. Let's see. Come on, guys, you gotta have a sign here. See, if there's no sign here, that means they gotta have it somewhere. Under surveillance. Look, danger under surveillance. Look. Look at that red sign. Nobody will open the door for me to go in. Because there's nobody in the apartments. Under surveillance, look. What that red sign says, look, that one. Danger due to what? No, uneven surface. Sorry, I didn't read that right. Uneven surface. The guy in there, nobody will open the door for me here. Because it's those buildings that they don't have anybody up there. Let's go check this out, guys. Let's go have fun. It's not a good time right now, but let's just try anyways to show you what we're up for.
17th floor.
Barely anybody will open the door. Watch. Barely. Unless they've prepped them. You'll notice some floors are full, some are completely empty. So let's not start from the last floor, which is not a smart idea. Let's start from a different one that they don't know of. Amazing, man. They're putting these signs on buildings. They never had them before, guys. No building has that. Go look around for yourself in your own area.
Hello, have you reached the place? Okay, good.
Here's the next one. Next one. See how they're putting people on the floor? Watch. No, it's not the right time. It's not. It's not the right time to do this. See how they have the radio loud to make it look like there's people living here and making noise? As soon as I pass by, how you hear noises? As soon as I pass by a door, you're gonna hear noise coming out of there. It's because of microchip. They know where I am the whole time. This apartment's uninhabited. I guarantee you. They're screaming over there. Listen. Nobody opened the door. Nobody opened the door. They don't open the door. Listen to the noises that get made on every floor. 306. I swear to bother you, there's an apartment for rent on this floor. Do you know, have an idea which one? You have an office in the building here?
Yes.
Where I can ask? No, sir.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, am I figuring this out? So every floor, they pretty much, they have the people, one or two that are, stable here. But this is not the right building to knock on, and it's not at the right time. We will surprise them, and I'll show you guys which one will come out exactly the way I described to you. I'm gonna describe to you on the small camera what you're gonna see, and I'll film with this one or the small camera too, because I can't describe to you what you're gonna see on my phone because it's tapped. So then they'll find out and they'll change it accordingly. So I'm gonna tell you on the small camera everything that we're gonna encounter in that building, and you're gonna see it happen right after that. Mind-boggling. It's mind-boggling. There's nobody in there. There are no real tenants in any of those buildings. This video doesn't prove any of that. This video is just a preparation for you guys to, I'm gonna call this preparation to prove to you how the residences and the buildings in every area that I get into are extremely awkward. And I'm gonna describe to you how in detail. This video, I'm gonna call it the preparation for that, okay? Preparation to prove to you that every neighborhood I get into, the bubble that precedes me, how the real people are not living there. And then you are gonna realize through that, this is my area, right? So it's stable here. I'm gonna take you to places that aren't stable. And I'm not gonna tell you when, or to them. They're gonna find out, and at what time. And I'm just gonna jump in there, record everything without saying anything on the phone. And on the small camera, I'll be describing to you exactly what you're gonna experience, and I'll attach the two videos together. So basically what you're gonna be watching in the next one, the proof, this is the explanation, the preparation to it, is a video at the beginning, me talking and explaining to you exactly what we're gonna go through when we get into those buildings or those complexes, townhouse complexes, and you're gonna see exactly that happen. I have to collect a couple of videos like that before my departure in order to prove when I get to the real world what was done to me in this fake bubble for so many years. How it was architected, constructed, and how it prevented me from getting in touch with real human nature, real society. How I was excluded all these years, for 29 years in this country and for 13, 14 years in Lebanon. How I was excluded from society and real society, and how a fake world was built around me with people pretending that they live there, pretending they're eating McDonald's, pretending they're taking the subway home. Yet all it is, it's a series of different dismantling sessions that I go through that would make me feel like shit so I can run back home. Whether it was going to school, to college, working, That's the reason why I pulled back. Because the environment there was not natural. It was designed to make me feel like crap. In this huge fake bubble that dominated my life. 3-4 miles around me for the last 40 years, 43 years. Started small, my own family, and then I got bigger and bigger and bigger as I got older. And that traveled with me halfway across the world. From one airport to the chartered plane that they put those people on it, all the way back to that airport. How else? How else could you keep someone in this world? It's a huge, huge, huge project. This is for what we know, a Rothschild project. Obviously, they're not the main family. The main ones are not famous. It's just they decided to put this one in the limelight because they had to tell people the truth now in order for people not to rise against them. Slowly introducing them to certain truths. But at the time where it's not beneficial to them anymore because they can't do anything about it. Guys, the only reason why we found out about the Rothschilds from people like Alex Jones, David Icke, and all these people, who do you think these people are against them? They're in on it with them. These people are called controlled opposition. Okay? They wanted us to know this information now. Because it's the truth, it's not a lie, but because it's not beneficial to us anymore, we can't do anything about it. If we knew this information 40 and 50 years ago, we could have done something. The times where Malcolm X knew about it, Martin Luther King, you know what I mean? That's why they killed them. JFK. Why do you think they were assassinated? Just like that, some crazy nutcase went and blew their heads off for no reason because he had a hard-on for them? Bull fucking crap. These guys are a mafia. The Italian mafia was generated by them as an extension of them and then for it to take the heat. These guys are the real mafia guys up there, hidden. Their tentacles extend everywhere. The Vatican, everywhere. They have their tentacles. And the tip of the tentacles reach your neighbor, the guy you work with at work. That 10 to 15% that are spread out in society. Those guys with such energy that nobody wants to be around them. They're weird. And that's how they constructed my world. They collected all these weirdos because they have a specific kind of energy. And they're around me the whole time. It's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Amazing. I'm not yet ready to prove to you about these things. I don't have the correct elements yet. When I do, I will, in 4 hours of footage on that particular day, I will prove to you everything. I just don't have them with me yet. But I figured it out. That's it, it's done. They evacuate the whole frigging area of real people. Obviously, how else? Because it doesn't work. You're putting on this big circus show and you want it to be hidden from real people. So you got to get him out of there. Because if there was one in there, he'll notice. One. So around where I lived, the bubble was stable. So they don't have to keep replacing. It's stable in that whole neighborhood. 3, 4, 5 miles. When I go to different places, they have other people that they contracted. And the real people with me on the bubble move with me. When I eat, they eat. When I sleep, they sleep. It's mind-boggling. I'm not really that much interested in filming and doing these stuff anymore because I know how to escape it now. It's very simple. And it will be done. I'm not going to say anything because I'll give it away. You know? But it's amazing. Amazing, amazing, man. Anyways, I'm not going to record. There's nothing to say here. All right? This is a satanic project picked specifically by the people on top because they know what kind of person to pick. It's that special blood of the prophets that produces certain creatures, certain human beings every 100 years, every couple of 100 years, that I was specifically chosen because I come from that bloodline, because of my talents and wits and it's who I am. Not to have an ego or mention them. Just look at what I've been through in this last year and what I've accomplished. Let that speak for itself. And what I put up with over the course of my life, how did I last this long? I had to have certain intelligence, certain kind of strength, certain kind of wits, everything. You gotta be a jack of all trades in order for you to withstand these constant attacks on you 24/7 and evade them and find ways to nurture yourself, even if you have to trick yourself. But you have to have the talent to do those things. Not every Dick, Tom, and Harry could do this. So they knew what kind of kid to pick. And in the Truman Show, they tell you, oh, they had to pick between 5 or 6 kids. Another generalization to make you feel or have less value. Just like they tell you planet Earth is a circular planet with 7, 8 different ones to make us feel that we're not the only ones out there. We're not special. That's the whole point why they do this. That's Satanism. Taking something so beautiful, so special, and devaluing it. Stripping it away of its self-esteem, confidence, originality, taste, flavor, style. Make it feel that it's not the only one. It's one of the whatever. That's why I keep getting on my YouTube. This one, she's cute, skinny. I give this one, in terms of the skinny guy kind of girls, 3 out of 10. Anyways, what was I saying? Yeah, 144,000 soldiers of God. I always get this generalization on my YouTube channel. Why? It's a good thing. Basically, they're telling me I'm good and I'm a part of this wicked army that's fighting the evil forces. But that's not the intention why they're sending it. The intention is to say there's another 144,000 like you. You're just one of them. It's devaluing you in a way. I understand all these things right now because I've been attacked with this stuff so much. The more you can resist the attack, the more you're going to learn about what you're being attacked with and why. And what's the point of it and what is it designed to do? What is it designed to make you think and feel about yourself as a human being? So they pretty much picked the only person that could have beaten it. The only one that could beat this. Nobody could beat this. You gotta possess a lot of different talents put together to create this fucking volcano. Otherwise, one element, if you didn't have it, it wouldn't have worked. You can't spark this volcano. So they knew what they were doing when they picked me. And I was a child, 1 week. How did they know it's gonna be like this? That's why I keep telling you, this is bigger than us, than human beings. Those satanic energies and godly energies that work against each other. This comes directly from there. Now that I have figured it out, I can speak freely and feel good and not let anything bother me. Nothing. Because that's it. I've programmed in my head the exit. I could see it 100%. And I've calculated it. I know it works. And quickly. I'm not going to say anything anymore because I'll expose it. So it's just, man. Oh man, what are they? It's funny, the awakening, how it happens for you to realize everything. It starts slow, one event, one element every 2 months, and then after 6 months, 2, 3 a day, and then after, just before the end, boom, 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 everything just hits you all at once in one day. That's how it works. Okay, this one, what are we gonna give this one? See, look at that miserable look on the face, either angry or you're supposed to see that. It's supposed to make you feel like shit, negative. So it's designed for every toy soldier to radiate that on you in its special way, color, flavor, taste, you know? The look on the face, the fast walking, all that. They're just these mean, designed, architected energies you're supposed to get hit with. In whatever manner they plan for you to get hit at that particular moment and want physical qualities to possess that you want or you like, you're attracted to. So you combine those together, you're getting a punch. It's an attack on you, which is not natural because that person has no reason to treat you that way. This makes it a paid soldier to come in and do the job. It's nothing but a job in the end. This is what I keep on trying to explain to you guys in all my videos, what they do. It's not just by chance that they just happen to. No, they want to make it look like they're doing that, and at the same time apply all these weapons on you. It's attacking you. It's an attack on you. It's nothing positive about it. But this is just, man, it's I don't know if there's a point of doing anything anymore in the next couple of days till I get paid. In terms of chilling out, trying to take it easy, find an easy way for me to supply myself with smokes. They're gonna drive me through hell because it's the only thing now that they have I'm depending on them with. It's the flow of cigarettes because they control all these people. They're all gonna say no. They're gonna give me half of their cigarette. They're gonna make me feel cheap by having 2-3 packs and one with 5 in it and just say, here, take it. That I have no value, I'm a piece of shit. They have these tactics to how they know how to make you feel miserable. So they're gonna keep applying a lot of this misery tactic on me through the element of cigarettes because I don't have money. So that's the reason why they strip you of money, so you depend on them. And they can use your devices, your addictions against you. Use them as platforms in order for them to apply their tactics and their weapons through those platforms on you to keep you miserable. So you can't operate, you can't function, you don't think right, you won't do the right necessary moves, you won't implement the right necessary actions for you to get out of it. Now guys, articulate, wit, style, strength, beauty. Fuck. I mean, the only thing that's missing here is, I'm sorry to say this, I don't mean to sound like this, but I have to say those things now. I gotta make myself feel good. The only thing that's missing is excuse my français,